Your team just played 3 World Cup games. They didn't lose a single one. And they're already on a flight home. That sounds impossible. It isn't. It has happened before, and in 2026, it is more likely than ever. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll understand the one piece of group stage math that quietly decides who survives and who goes home. Real quick before we dig in, if you enjoy understanding the game the way most fans never bother to, subscribe and follow Dugout Takes and tap that like button. It is free, it takes 1 second, and it means the next breakdown lands right in your feed. Here is the setup. The 2026 World Cup has 48 teams, split into 12 groups of 4. The top 2 teams in every group go through automatically. But there is a twist that didn't used to exist. 8 of the third-place teams also advance. Third place means you finished behind 2 teams in your group. So finishing third doesn't send you home on its own. It just hands your fate to someone else. And there is one tiebreaker so brutal, it once knocked a team out for being too aggressive. We will get to that. First, how do you go an entire World Cup unbeaten and still lose your spot? Simple. You draw all 3 games. 3 draws gives you 3 points. You are unbeaten. But points are only the first thing that matters. After points comes goal difference, which is just your goals scored minus the goals you let in. Then it comes down to how many goals you scored in total. So picture this. You drew every game 1-0, 0-0, 1-1. You never lost. But 2 other third-place teams in other groups scored a couple more goals than you did. They jump ahead of you. You did nothing wrong on the pitch. You just didn't score enough. Is that fair? Here's the part that sounds made up. New Zealand, 2010 World Cup. They drew all 3 of their games. They were the only team in the entire tournament that never lost. Think about that. Spain won the whole thing that year, and Spain lost a game. New Zealand didn't. And New Zealand went home in the group stage. Unbeaten, eliminated. The cleanest record in the competition, and it wasn't enough. Now let's talk about that brutal tiebreaker. Say 2 teams are completely level. Same points, same goal difference, same goals scored. They even drew when they played each other. Everything is identical. So what decides it? FIFA goes to a list. Goals, then goal difference, then the head-to-head result. And if all of that is still tied, it comes down to one final thing almost nobody expects. Fair play. Yellow cards. This actually happened. 2018, the group with Japan and Senegal. The 2 teams were dead level on every single measure. Points, goals, goal difference, head-to-head. There was nothing left to separate them. So for the first time in World Cup history, a spot in the knockout rounds was decided by bookings. Senegal had picked up more yellow cards than Japan. That was it. Japan went through. Senegal flew home. Not beaten by a goal, beaten by a referee's notebook. Now scale all of that up to 2026. More teams, more groups. That race for the best third-place spots is tighter than it has ever been. The margins are razor thin. A single goal, scored in a match your team isn't even playing in, can end your entire World Cup. You could be sitting in the team hotel, watching another game, and lose your tournament without kicking a ball. So here is what changes for you now. The next time you watch the group stage, look at the teams that have already qualified, still throwing everyone forward in the 89th minute of a game that means nothing to them. They are not showing off. They are hunting one more goal. Because somewhere in another stadium, a team that hasn't lost a single match is praying they don't find it. Your team didn't lose a single game. And the cruelest thing about football is that sometimes that was never going to be enough. So tell me honestly, should a team that never loses ever be sent home? Drop your answer in the comments. And if this finally made the group stage make sense, do one thing for me. Hit like, subscribe, and follow Dugout Takes. So the next time the World Cup confuses everyone around you, you are the one explaining it.